As many of you may or may not have seen by now, I'm kind of an Animaniacs lover.
Early to rise and early to bed makes a man healthy but socially dead.
You could take away the kind and replace it with a definite. And to go along with that, I am also a guy that loves retro games. And so here we are. So what happens when you put the two together? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you what I call the best Animaniacs game ever came out of the world. This is Animaniacs: The Great Egg Hunt. Now, it's the second game that I've actually got a real life copy of, the other one being Lights Camera Action, which was released for the Nintendo DS. But this game right here is a game that I enjoyed so much that I replayed it 3 times. Then deleted all the save files and played it again and again and again. Why though? That's what you're going to find out. So, where do I begin? I think it's worthwhile that we talk about the plot. C.C. DeVille, the main villain of the story, has stolen all the Eggers, which is this game's equivalent of the Oscar Awards. I don't know about you, but they look like just golf trophies to me. Anyway, he threatens Thaddeus Plotz, the main CEO of Animaniacs, that in 8 hours, if he does not give him a film contract, which by God is the most stupidest reason I have ever thought of in my entire life, or else he'll melt all the Eggers down and turn them into what he would call a golf club.
To my demands, or I make myself the world's most expensive set of golf clubs.
However, due to a little power incident with his blimp, he accidentally crashes into the water tower, causing the Warners to escape. First problem I have with this: how do you survive a water tower crash and still have 3 children survive? How does that happen? Explain! But I don't. This is the cartoon world, so meh. But the second thing that I get kind of weirded out about is what happens straight after you start a new save. Yakko immediately starts off in the studio law overworld and asks where his brother and sister is.
I seem to have misplaced my siblings. Have you seen them?
What do they look like?
Well, Wacko is insane and doesn't wear pants.
Nah, doesn't ring any bells.
And Dot is cute.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw her over by the Wild West soundstage.
So much of a big brother you are, you can't even keep your siblings by you for 5 minutes! Alright, I think I'm done with my tantrum. But anyway, the game has worlds to unlock, moves to learn, and collectibles. Oh yes, Animaniacs: The Great Egg Hunt is a collecting game, similar to Banjo-Kazooie. So, what exactly do you have to collect? 100 of a certain item in each movie lot, or sound stage as they call it in this. Speaking of the sound stages, there are roughly, from what I can remember, 4. There's the Wild West, a haunted mansion, a fairy tale world, some weird jungle tropical map, I cannot remember the name of it, and the Epic, which is basically a Roman Egyptian theme. Not counting the main studio lot, which is this game's overworld HUD. And the moves, there is not 10 or 9 or 5 or 4, there's 1? only one move for each character to learn in certain worlds? Ah, fine. I may as well explain it anyway. Yakko gets a bomb, which, funnily, every time he deploys it, he says,
Incoming!
I've always loved that line. Dot gets a weird skirt, which...
Everybody, limbo!
Yeah, she could do some weird limbo game. Don't know how Yakko and Wacko can do that. And speaking of Wacko, he can...
I can sing it, baby.
Yeah, he can...
I can sing it, baby.
Can I speak?
I can sing it, baby.
Wacko! 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 Okay, so I think the Wacko Apocalypse has cleaned itself up. Along with each character having their own signature ability, like Yakko with his bombs, each character also shares some of their own abilities with each other. For instance, when you unlock a set of plungers, all 3 Warners will be able to climb up walls with paw prints labelled on them. If you get night vision goggles, you will be able to go into the dark and into dark parts that you can't normally go in without the night vision goggles. Oh, and don't forget to mention, there's laser guns! At the end of each soundstage, there is a boss of some type. Except for probably the Wild West, that was mostly just a train minigame. But if I have to say, my favourite boss was actually the one in the Haunted Mansion level. Just mostly hearing Dr. Scratch and Smith's audio is just so damn weird, but funny at the same time.
Science teaches us anything. It teaches us to accept our failures as well as our successes with quiet dignity and grace.
Get your bosses!
What did you do to me? What did you do to me? I don't want to live. I do not want to live.
Someone needs a little vacay.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one. However, with all that done, there is still one aspect still left. It's not just the Warners that are alone. It's also Pinky and the Brain. Oh yes, the 2 lab rats are back again. This time bringing minigames. Sometimes these minigames are actually required to progress through the level. For instance, in King O'Sullivan's Mine, you have to do a bomb minigame, a bomb defusing minigame, in order to unlock the bomb for Yakko. In order to get the shovel for Wacko, you need to play a digging minigame in the Haunted House level. And when you do all that, there's even a fun level in the Warner Brothers Studio lot, in which Pinky and the Brain will help you rebuild the water tower. When you do that, a flying machine will appear next to you. When you get the amount of Edgars that you need to in order to access it, you will be treated with the final boss, C.C. DeVille. Now why was that not expected? This boss is actually quite fun. I nearly had this being my favourite boss out of the whole game. But of course, the Spooky Mansion level always beats. And what is the ending of the game? Well, good for you, there is no good or bad ending. It's just an ending. I will show you now what I will probably call my most favourite PlayStation 2 ending in every game so far.
Panic over, Mr. Potts! I found them again, and all the Edgars. The puppy children had them all the time. Well done, Ralph. Now lock them back in the tower where they belong, and we can put all this behind us. Now, if you'll excuse me, the show must go on.
Would you like to hear our song?
10 shiny statues sitting on the wall.
Wait a minute, brother. That's the radio edit. We're just singing the extended 12-inch version. He might be in here a while.
A million shiny statues sitting on a wall. A million shiny statues sitting on a wall. And if one shiny statue should accidentally fall, there'd be 999,999 shiny statues sitting on the wall.
No! No! No!
And with that, that is Animaniacs, The Great Egger Hunt. What is my personal opinion on it? I love it. And lots of other people love it as well. The graphics for its time was actually quite decent. The animations are good. The jokes are quite funny.
You know, it's amazing what the special effects guys can pull off these days with just a crummy rolling oil painting, a dry ice machine, and a $50,000 computer. You can quit with the card thingies now.
And more importantly, it's just a really good game. I know many people might not like the collecting aspect, but if the collecting isn't for you, the humour and the characters and whatnot will definitely be there for you. There will be at least one thing in this game that you would like. Either that or you're just a bah humbug. Well folks, that concludes this review. So, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao! And remember, subscribe and... how did I get here again?